Let's do some rapid fire questions. I did this poll on IG the other day and I was really surprised at the answers. I personally think that people should make their beds every day. What are your thoughts on this? Do you make your bed every day?
I don't.
Hello, G8. Well, you better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Paul Millsap out there with Hachimura. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Thompson in at the 5. And for Charlotte, J.R. Smith out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Julius Randle. Then there's Towns, and it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. Hey, Chris, what do you think is the best way for a coach who has lost a locker room to get it back?
You just got to be honest and open, Kevin. You know, everyone's adults, and if you can't handle the information, then the onus is on that player. But just look at what happened in Minnesota last year. You know, just terrible in the locker room. It's not good for the fans, especially the hometown fans that believe in this young team. And so a lot of times it just comes down to clear, open communication.
Here's Cousins following the bucket by the Wizards. Out to the wing. Here's Towns. The shot from the low post is good.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Here's Oladipo after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. They get a hand on it. Nice ball movement by Washington. Good on the three-point shot. 6 points for Russell Westbrook.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Passes it to Cousins. Back to Randle. Clock at 6. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense has created some great opportunities.
Now, here is Smith. He picked up 36 points in their last win again.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Here's Towns. Over Oladipo. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by Smith. Towns has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Now, here's Cousins. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Back to Towns. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
And the Bobcats with possession here. Following the three-pointer by Washington. Back to Smith. Lets it go from deep. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Wizards. Over Smith. Off the left rim and out.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Westbrook against Cousins. Good, nice job down low.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And here's Westbrook. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Really like seeing Cousins compete on the defensive end.
And that does it for the first quarter. Wizards lead by 9. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Paul Millsap, Russell Westbrook out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Tristan Thompson, and it's Hachimura in at the four-man position.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Now here is Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Millsap's against Ayton. Millsap passes to Oladipo. Here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Cousins. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Smith wide open. He fires. They grab their own miss. Back to Cousins. Now the pass to Towns. Now Cousins. Goes up again. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Left side Westbrook. And the dunk by Westbrook.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Again, the miss by Smith. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
The kick out to Towns. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Smith scanning the floor. Charlotte needs to get a shot. Here's Towns. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, it's nice seeing Smith share the wealth, showing great focus passing the ball to his teammates.
Oladipo outside. Outside Millsap. Washington needs to get a shot off here. For three, Westbrook, and the rejection by Cousins.
And the defensive Cousins making his presence known with the quick leaping ability which he uses to block shots.
Charlotte trails by 14. Randall outside. To the paint. Here's Towns. Nails the baby hook. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Oladipo. From deep. Bobcats with the rebound. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Amazing floor awareness from Cousins, skilled at spotting the open man.
And so it's the Washington Wizards. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, it was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 assists, and now with the second.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Ayton is out there with Randall, and it's Smith, and it's Towns in at the 3 slot. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with. Well, last season, DeMarcus Cousins coming back from injury was on a minutes restriction. Not the case this season.
Yeah, even when he was being held to under 30 minutes a game last year, Boogie was putting up numbers. I mean, people forget just how huge his contributions are when he gets a full slate of floor time.
Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. Julius Randle, number 1.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
And that one's good, Ayton.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Westbrook dishes to Thompson. Oladipo outside. Thompson looking for an opening. Oladipo, the pass to Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Got a piece of it.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
A second chance effort, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Bobcats have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight. First free throw is good. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year you're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, you know, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Washington leading now by 4. Pass to Thompson. Cousins against Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Passes it to Randall. From 15 feet away, and the shot is long.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration that time.
There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter. Trying to get open is Thompson, and they pick up 2. And now it's an 8-point Washington lead.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Cousins against Westbrook. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down. And so many issues for this Wizards team the last few seasons have been due to a lack of an inside presence.
Yeah, inside scoring has been a problem, GA. I mean, they've had to lean heavily on outside shooting. Also, though, they've been struggling with rebounding.
Smith outside. Charlotte moving it around. That one falls.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Millsap kicks to Westbrook. Thompson outside. Back to Westbrook. Three-pointer on the way. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Can't hit from the elbow. And we've reached the end of the third. Washington out in front. They lead by 5. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Thompson is out there with Hachimura. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Millsap in at the 3.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Cousins, the pass to Smith. A three-pointer is right on target. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Now look at this. This is one of Smith's specialties. He has a quick release fire off the pass.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 4 assists now tonight. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Smith with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Smith dishes to Towns. Offensive rebound. Randall on the follow.
Ooh, this is what makes Randall so special. His ferocity on the boards is admirable.
And Oladipo kicks to Westbrook. Fires from deep. Another miss by Westbrook.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And they double up Cousins. The pass to Ayton. Outside, Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Oladipo. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Millsap's running from 11 feet away. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Paul Millsap. And the Wizards lead by 4. Cousins against Westbrook. Cousins, the pass to Towns. To the middle. And then Randall slams it in.
As the game tightens up, that's when Randall seems to loosen up. Big buck.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Hachimura. Ayton against Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Oladipo. Doesn't go for him. Bobcats have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Ayton throws it down.
He is showing signs of maturity in these moments. It's clear that Ayton takes pride in coming through for his team.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From 18 feet away, rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Hey, they do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2-for-1. We'll see if they try.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in in the paint. A combination of move, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
He was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
Charlotte calls timeout. The score knotted at 32. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they double up Cousins. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Charlotte with it. Back to Ayton. 6 to shoot. Towns dishes to Cousins. Ayton kicks to Towns. From deep three-point range. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time. And they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. And Scott Brooks wants a timeout. Seven seconds left in the game. For three, Westbrook can't knock in the three. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. So off the tip, it's Charlotte. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Julius Randle is out there with Ayton. Then there's Towns. Then there's J.R. Smith. And it's Cousins in at the point. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Towns, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And already a leader at such a young age. Towns' teammates look to him to anchor them on both ends, and he has not disappointed.
Wrong guy to put on the line in the close game. You know he's not going to miss.
Here's Westbrook. A shot off that time. Nice D from Cousins. Here's Towns. It's good from long range. Towns has got the lead up to 7 now for Charlotte.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Here's Westbrook, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Westbrook's got 20 points.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Here's Towns. Washington with the rebound. Hachimura the pass to Westbrook. Pass to Hachimura. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Millsap. Over Smith. That misses off the backboard. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, Kevin, there's no secret. Cousins is one of the more fiery competitors in this league. And I like guys who play with their heart in this league. A good league is even better with excellent work at the stripe.
Washington calls timeout. They're down by 7. 26 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Here's Millsap. The Wizards with another miss. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Bobcats. so the Bobcats take the win. And all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it.